Hi Aquarius, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. We are going to be talking about October 2022, month ahead. We are going to pull some cards for tarot cards, as well as talk about the astrology that is happening this month. If you are new to Scorpio Soul Time, welcome. I appreciate you being here. This is a great community and channel just to tap into the energies that we are all experiencing, but it's also a nice way to be able to come back and look at your sun, moon, rising sign, or any planets that you have in certain positions in your birth chart. Do take a look at those other videos on Scorpio Soul Time. It was a really helpful resource to kind of gauge your energies of going through the month ahead. So Aquarius, this is a really important month for the entire collective because October kind of marks the important pivotal point, I believe, of the rest of 2022, because we have 3 planets now going direct. We have Mercury, Pluto, and Saturn all going direct this month. We also have an important Saturn square Uranus, October 3rd through 6th. This will be, I believe, the 3rd time that it squares, that they come into such a close square. So this is really important as we start off the month. And then by the time we get to October 23rd is when the sun is moving into Scorpio, as well as Venus moves into Scorpio. And we officially start eclipse season with that new moon partial solar eclipse in Scorpio on the 25th. So just lots of dynamic information and energy going on, Aquarius. So just make sure you gauge your energies this month. Make sure that you're staying grounded, taking care of yourself, because this is going to be a pivotal month, especially anytime we move into Scorpio season. I can tell you this as a Scorpio sun and moon, but I am Aquarius rising. What happens during Scorpio season, I have noticed, is that there's this energy of like things coming out of the darkness that we weren't expecting. You know what I mean? There's like that shock value. There's truth comes to light. There's that phoenix rising, and it can take a lot out of you, the energy for yourself, but also the collective. So just keep that in mind. Okay, Aquarius, let's get right into it. We're going to pull 8 cards, 2 for each week of the month, and let's get started. So for the first week, we have the Sun card. I have had at least 3 signs already have the Sun card within the first 2 weeks of the month, which is really nice to see. So let's open up the month with the Sun card, Aquarius. You can't get much better than that, okay? And then you have the 3 of Cups. So some kind of celebrations are to be had. And I think you're one of the first signs that have actually had all upright cards that first week of the month. So that's really nice to see. Second week of the month, we do have the Temperance card in the reverse, Major Arcana. And we have the 2 of Cups upright. So you have the 2 of Cups and the 3 of Cups. The third week of the month, you do have that 7 of Swords. So be careful, Aquarius. That's when we start getting into that scorpionic time. And you have the Hangman in the upright position. So already you have 3 major arcana cards. And by the time we get to the last week of the month, Aquarius, we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. And we have the 8 of Wands in reverse. And I just heard turn over the bottom card of the deck, and you have the Death card. Let me see. I think Scorpio got, when I heard turn over the bottom, they got the Devil card. So very similar energy. Not the same, but very similar. And I say that because the Death card is like this scorpionic energy that really wants you to go inside and figure out what no longer is serving you. What do you need to get rid of? What needs to die away so that you can actually live in a better version of yourself? definitely that Phoenix rising energy. So I was saying that right a few minutes ago, like this Scorpio energy is going to be with you, Aquarius, throughout. Like, remember, we're in eclipse season with Scorpio and Taurus. So, I mean, this could be something that affects you for the next 3 months, 6 months, or until the eclipse, until the eclipse cycles are over and we move into that next north and south node planet opportunities. So just know that this death card is definitely going to be symbolic for you, Aquarius, throughout October and probably going into November. Okay. So that first week of the month, Aquarius, like I said, we open up with really beautiful energy with the Sun card, with the 3 of Cups. We do have Mercury turning direct in Virgo on the 2nd, and we do have that Saturn square Uranus on the 3rd through 6th, and then Pluto turns direct in Capricorn on the 8th, and then full moon in Aries on the 9th. So really beautiful energy. Something may come out at that full moon in Aries that is really positive news. There's some kind of celebrations to be had. I'm not sure if you were expecting good news, possibly any type of information that you get at this time could really be pivotal now that Pluto is turning direct and Mercury is turning direct. So this is really nice to see, Aquarius, as you open up the month of October. Once you get to the second week of the month, we do have Mercury moving into Libra on the 10th, as well as that Mercury exits its retrograde shadow on the 17th. So I feel like you're being asked to be very patient with yourself and be patient with someone else with this Temperance card. This 2 of Cups could be a relationship, like a significant other, that they're asking you to be patient and not rush into things. There is this celebratory note that you came off of at the beginning of the month. So the universe is just saying, pay attention, just be really cool about things. You don't need to rush into anything too quickly that second week of the month. Now, by the time we get to the 3rd week of the month, Aquarius, you can see how the energies kind of change from this kind of celebratory, everyone's happy, sun is shining type energy, to that 3rd week is when we get to that October 22nd, 23rd time, when I was telling you, the sun squares Pluto on the 19th, Saturn turns direct in Aquarius on the 23rd, as well as the Sun and Venus move into Scorpio on the 23rd. And 2 days later is that new moon partial solar eclipse in Scorpio. And to me, this 7 of Swords is saying, watch out. Someone is either trying to deceive you or you're trying to deceive someone else. And there's some type of, you're not seeing things clearly, because this Hangman is something is either has been twisted so that you're supposed to believe something else. And remember, this death card, there is some kind of truth that needs to come out that maybe you don't see yet, or possibly is going to come out with this 7 of Swords around. Now, the information may be just starting to bubble to the surface around the 23rd. You might not actually hear it yet since you get that Hangman. So just beware as you end the month, Aquarius, because then by the time you get to the last week, you have this Ace of Cups and 8 of Wands. And to me, this is symbolizing lots of information, but maybe not all the information. The Ace of Cups and the 8 of Wands, to me, is that energy of you have a lot of emotional, not only energy, but you have kind of these thoughts of okay, maybe I can do things this way with a little bit of information I do have, but it's almost you don't have enough information, or you don't have all the information with that 7 of Swords and Hangman. So just be really careful, because by the time you get to the end of the month, you have Jupiter moving into Pisces, Mercury squaring Pluto on the 27th, Mercury now moves into Scorpio on the 29th. So to me, this also could be, with that Mercury moving into Scorpio, there might be information, like I said, with that death card, that you didn't know before. Mercury rules communication, so it could be truths come out, things are finally coming out, but you don't have everything you need. So just be really on guard, if you will, the latter parts of this month, Aquarius, because I think that you open up the month on such a high note. I just want to make sure you're like not being too naive and you're really kind of like paying attention by the time you get into that Scorpio season, because it definitely is going to rule what you do throughout the remainder of this year. Okay, Aquarius, take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs, and I hope you have a great October ahead.